Ever wondered how those life-changing medications go from a scientist's imagination to your medicine cabinet?
Yeah.
We're on the case today,
Okay.
diving into the world of industrial pharmacy.
It's a side of pharmacy most people don't see.
Yeah.
A lot more
Yeah,
high stakes than your local drugstore.
exactly. We're using RoleCatcher.com's career guides to kind of break down this career path for you.
Okay.
Think of this like your insider's guide to what industrial pharmacists actually DO all day.
Yeah, and not just the sciencey stuff. We're
Right.
talking career paths, the tech they use,
Mm-hmm.
even how having like great people skills can really make or break your success in this field.
Okay, so first things first.
Okay.
Let's define industrial pharmacist.
Okay.
What are we really talking about here?
Sure.
It can't just be about mixing things in a lab all day, right?
Right. It's way more dynamic than that.
Well-
RoleCatcher actually describes it as being on the front lines of developing new medications.
Oh, wow.
So we're talking discovery, testing, even navigating the regulations to get those drugs approved.
Regulations. That doesn't sound very exciting.
Maybe not exciting, but crucial.
Okay.
Think about it. Before any new drug hits the market, it has to go through rigorous testing and approvals
Right.
to ensure it's safe and effective.
Of course, yeah.
That's a huge part of what industrial pharmacists do.
Wow.
RoleCatcher's guides even mention that mid-level industrial pharmacists work directly with these regulatory bodies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the science. It's about understanding the system, too. Now, I'm guessing you need a pretty solid science background to even get started in this field, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher lists degrees like pharmacy, pharmaceutical sciences, chemistry, biochemistry, and pharmacology as great foundations.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
You need a good grasp on how drugs are made and how they work in the body.
for sure.
But I'm curious, are there any skills that might surprise people? What about those soft skills you mentioned earlier? It's not like you're out there making sales.
Right.
So why are those important for an industrial pharmacist?
It's all about collaboration.
Okay.
Developing new drugs isn't a solo endeavor.
Right.
Industrial pharmacists work closely with researchers, clinicians, marketing teams, regulatory authorities. The list goes on.
Wow, it's a lot of people.
Strong communication and interpersonal skills are essential
Yeah.
to navigate those complex relationships and ensure everyone's on the same page.
So being a people person actually matters in the world of drug development.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher actually uses this term social perceptiveness,
What?
which sounds complicated, but it's really about understanding people's motivations and perspectives.
Okay.
Being able to read a room, anticipate needs, and build rapport. Those skills are invaluable
Yeah.
when you're working on, tight deadlines with high stakes.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
It's interesting how those soft skills can make such a big difference in a kind of science-heavy field.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got the science side and the people side covered.
Mm-hmm.
What about the tech? Are we talking cutting-edge labs or something out of a 50s movie?
Definitely not the 50s.
Okay.
RoleCatcher emphasizes how vital technology is in this field.
Okay.
For example, they mention high-throughput screening,
What is that?
which is basically a way to test thousands of potential drug compounds quickly.
Oh, wow.
This technology helps speed up the drug discovery process exponentially.
Wow.
They also talk about things like AI and virtual clinical trials, which are changing how research is conducted.
Hold on. Virtual clinical trials.
Yeah.
What are those?
It's a fascinating new approach.
Okay.
Imagine running clinical trials with more efficiency,
Mm-hmm.
lower costs, and fewer risks to participants.
Oh,
That's the promise of virtual trials.
interesting.
Instead of patients physically visiting clinics for every checkup, data is collected remotely using wearable sensors, apps, or even video conferencing.
Oh, wow.
This approach not only accelerates the research process, but also opens up opportunities for a more diverse range of participants.
That's incredible. It sounds like technology is revolutionizing every aspect of this industry.
You're sure?
You mentioned AI earlier.
Right.
And it's popping up everywhere these days.
It is.
How is AI being used specifically in industrial pharmacy?
AI is becoming a game changer,
Okay.
particularly in drug discovery.
Okay.
Imagine sifting through massive data sets of genetic information or chemical compounds
Right.
to pinpoint potential drug candidates. That's something AI excels at.
Wow.
It can analyze these complex data sets with incredible speed and accuracy, identifying patterns and connections that might have been missed by human researchers.
Interesting.
This ability to accelerate the discovery phase is crucial.
Yeah.
especially when you consider the years and even decades it can take to bring a new drug to market.
It's mind-blowing how much technology is impacting this field.
Yeah,
And it sounds like it's only going to become more important in the future.
definitely.
Okay, so we've got cutting-edge tech, fascinating work with a huge human impact. This all sounded pretty good,
Right.
but I'm sure it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Right.
What does RoleCatcher say about the not-so-glamorous aspects of this career path?
You're right, it's not always a walk in the park.
Okay.
RoleCatcher is upfront about the demanding nature of the job.
Yeah.
Long hours, constant deadlines, and the pressure to deliver results, especially in a field where lives are on the line.
Right, yeah.
And we haven't even touched on the regulatory hurdles and potential setbacks that can arise during drug development.
I can imagine the pressure is immense.
It is.
Especially when you're working with new drugs or treatments.
Yeah.
Are there any specific examples from the guides that kind of illustrate these challenges?
One example that comes to mind is the rigorous testing process that new drugs undergo.
Okay.
RoleCatcher highlights how a single clinical trial can involve thousands of participants and span several years.
Wow.
And these trials aren't always straightforward.
Right.
There's always a risk of unexpected side effects, complications, or even the drug proving ineffective.
Yeah, of course.
These setbacks can be incredibly disheartening, both for the researchers who've dedicated years of their lives,
Of course.
and for patients who are desperately awaiting new treatments.
It's a good reminder that with such high stakes comes a lot of pressure and potential for disappointment.
Definitely.
I'm guessing that's where those strong people skills come in handy again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When you're facing setbacks or navigating complex team dynamics, being able to communicate effectively, manage conflict, and maintain a positive outlook can make all the difference.
So it's about resilience, adaptability, and a strong support system.
Yeah.
Those are valuable qualities in any profession, but especially in one as demanding as this.
Exactly. And it's something that RoleCatcher emphasizes throughout their guides.
Okay.
They even provide tips on how to build resilience,
Oh, wow.
manage stress, and cultivate a healthy work-life balance.
That's so important. It's one thing to be passionate about your work, but burning out helps no one.
Exactly.
Speaking of career progression,
Okay.
I know RoleCatcher breaks down the industrial pharmacist journey into different stages.
Yeah.
Should we take a look at those?
Absolutely. They outline 4 key stages:
Okay.
entry level, junior mid-level, and senior industrial pharmacist.
Gotcha.
Each level comes with its own set of responsibilities and opportunities for growth.
It sounds like a clear progression, with each stage building on the skills and experience gained in the previous one.
Right.
Let's start with those just entering the field.
Okay.
What does an entry-level role in industrial pharmacy typically look like?
An entry-level industrial pharmacist is all about soaking up knowledge and gaining hands-on experience. They're typically assisting senior scientists and researchers with various tasks, like conducting experiments, analyzing data, and ensuring compliance with those strict industry regulations.
So it's a lot about learning the ropes and proving yourself.
Yeah.
It's like any other job. You have to pay your dues.
Exactly.
What kind of tasks might a junior industrial pharmacist be doing?
As a junior industrial pharmacist, you'll start taking on more responsibility.
Okay.
This might involve assisting in the development of new medicines or formulations, participating in clinical trials, and analyzing data to assess drug efficacy.
Okay.
It's a crucial stage for developing your technical skills and building a strong foundation in the field.
So it sounds like they're moving from assisting to actually leading parts of the process. What about that mid-level industrial pharmacist?
Yeah.
How do they differ from the junior level?
At the mid-level, you step into a more strategic role.
Okay.
Think of leading research and development projects, designing and implementing experiments,
Okay.
and collaborating with those regulatory authorities we talked about earlier to get new drugs approved.
Wow, they're in the big leagues now.
They are, yeah.
It sounds like their decisions have a direct impact on whether a drug makes it to market or not.
Exactly. This stage requires a deep understanding of not just the science,
Right.
but also the business and regulatory side of the pharmaceutical industry.
I imagine those soft skills become even more critical at this level,
Definitely.
especially when you're leading teams and dealing with kind of high-stakes decisions.
Yeah.
What does that career trajectory look like for someone who reaches the peak of this field,
Sure.
the senior industrial pharmacist?
Reaching the senior level means you've become a recognized leader and expert in your field.
Okay.
You'll be spearheading major drug development initiatives,
Hmm.
overseeing manufacturing processes, collaborating with top regulatory bodies,
Wow.
and mentoring the next generation of industrial pharmacists.
Sounds like they've gone from learning the ropes to shaping the future of the entire field.
Precisely. And that's something that RoleCatcher does a great job of illustrating through their career guides and examples.
Speaking of RoleCatcher, their platform sounds like an incredible resource for anyone interested in this career path.
It is.
Let's dive into some of the specific features they offer.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher goes beyond just providing information. They've created a comprehensive platform
Oh,
with tools and resources to help you land your dream job in industrial pharmacy.
okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What kind of tools are we talking about here?
Okay.
Walk us through it.
Well, their job board aggregates openings from all over the US and UK,
Oh, wow.
making it easy to find relevant positions.
Okay.
They also have this really cool plugin
What's that?
called RoleCatcher.capture
Okay.
that lets you save job postings from any website with just one click.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
I've spent countless hours copying and pasting job descriptions into a document.
Right.
That plugin alone would be a lifesaver.
It really is, but it gets even better.
Okay.
RoleCatcher also has this impressive AI-powered tool
Okay.
that helps you optimize your CV or resume for each specific job application.
AI to the rescue again. I'm all ears.
Right.
Tell me more about this feature and how it works.
So you know how crucial it is to tailor your CV or resume to each job description?
Of course.
Highlighting the most relevant skills and experience.
Generic applications are a dime a dozen. You've got to stand out from the crowd.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI comes in.
Okay.
Their tool analyzes both the job description and your CV, then suggests improvements to make sure you're showcasing your most marketable assets.
Okay.
It digs deep into those hard skills, soft skills,
Right.
and even the specific knowledge areas we discussed earlier,
Right.
basically telling you what the hiring manager is looking for before you even hit that apply button.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. It's like having a personal career coach analyzing your application before it even reaches a human.
Right. And the best part is, it eliminates that nagging feeling of, did I highlight the right things?
Oh, yeah.
It takes the guesswork out of applying for jobs
Right.
and gives you a significant edge in a competitive job market.
I'm sold. But tell me, does RoleCatcher stop there?
Wow.
Or do they offer resources for other parts of the job search, like interview prep? Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in part one.
We have.
From understanding the ins and outs of an industrial pharmacist's work
Right.
to those crucial hard and soft skills they need to succeed.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget the impact of cutting-edge tech like AI and virtual clinical trials. These are transforming the pharmaceutical landscape as we speak.
Yeah, they're game changers.
Absolutely. It's mind-blowing how much innovation is happening in this field.
Yeah.
But now let's shift our focus to you, the listener. You're armed with this knowledge.
Right.
Excited about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But maybe feeling a little overwhelmed about actually landing that dream job in industrial pharmacy.
Sure, yeah.
It's a competitive field, no doubt.
It is. It is.
But that's where RoleCatcher's platform really shines.
Okay.
They go beyond just providing information.
Right.
They equip you with the tools to navigate the job market strategically.
Yes.
We talked about their impressive job board and the RoleCatcher.capture plugin in part one.
Right.
But what about that interview prep you teased?
Yes.
Because let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Prepping for an interview can be a nerve-wracking experience.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right.
But RoleCatcher has your back.
Okay.
Imagine having access to a library of over 120,000 practice interview questions.
120,000.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. That's more questions than I've asked in my entire life.
Right. It's incredible.
Wow.
But it gets even better.
Okay.
Their AI-powered tool doesn't just throw questions at you.
Okay.
It analyzes your answers and provides personalized feedback.
So it's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket,
Exactly.
helping you refine your responses and build confidence.
And if you're someone who gets nervous during interviews,
Mm-hmm.
which, let's be honest, is most of us,
Yeah.
they even have a video practice feature.
What?
You can record yourself answering questions.
Oh, wow.
Watch it back, identify areas for improvement,
Right.
and really get comfortable talking about your skills and experiences.
Okay, that's genius. I can't tell you how many times I've stumbled over my words or wished I'd phrased something differently during an interview. This feature would have been a game changer for me.
Me too. It
Yeah.
takes the pressure off practicing alone
Right.
and helps you present your best self when it matters most.
I'm genuinely impressed by how comprehensive their platform is.
Yeah.
It sounds like they thought of everything to support aspiring industrial pharmacists throughout their job search journey.
They really have. And it doesn't stop at the job search.
Okay.
RoleCatcher is also invested in your long-term career development.
Okay.
They have a feature called Career Compass.
Okay.
That's like a GPS for your professional journey.
Okay. A career GPS. That sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this career compass and how it works.
So imagine you're starting your journey in industrial pharmacy, but you're not exactly sure what path you want to take.
Right.
Or what skills you need to develop to reach your goals.
Career compass helps you map all of that out.
It's like they've anticipated the questions and uncertainties that most people have at different stages in their careers.
Exactly. It helps you set realistic goals.
Okay.
Identify the skills you need to acquire or strengthen.
Right.
And explore different career paths within the field of industrial pharmacy.
I love that they're taking a holistic approach. It's not just about getting that first job.
Right.
It's about building a fulfilling and sustainable career in the long run.
Absolutely. And they offer a wealth of resources to support you along the way.
Okay.
Like in-depth career guides, skill assessments, and even connections to relevant online courses and professional development opportunities.
It's like having a personalized career advisor at your fingertips, guiding you every step of the way.
Exactly.
But let's shift gears for a moment. Okay.
And talk about the bigger picture of working in the pharmaceutical industry.
Sounds good. What did you have in mind?
Well, we've talked about the technical aspects,
Right.
the job search, the career progression.
Yeah.
But what about the human element?
Sure.
Industrial pharmacists are developing medications that have a direct impact on people's lives.
Right.
And I imagine that comes with a unique set of responsibilities and considerations.
You're absolutely right. It's not just about the science.
Right.
It's about the people your work impacts.
Right.
It's about ensuring that the medications you're developing are safe, effective,
Right.
and accessible to those who need them most.
That's a weighty responsibility.
It is.
And I imagine it can be both rewarding and challenging at times.
Very much so.
Are there any specific examples from your own experience or from RoleCatcher's guides that kind of illustrate these challenges and rewards?
One thing that stands out to me is the importance of patient centricity in drug development.
Okay.
It's not enough to create a medication that works in a lab setting.
Right.
It has to work for real people in the real world.
Meaning what?
Well,
What are some factors that industrial pharmacists need to consider to ensure a medication is truly patient-centric?
it's about considering factors like ease of administration, potential side effects,
Right.
and even cost.
Right.
For example, a medication that requires complex dosing schedules or has severe side effects might not be suitable for an elderly patient or someone with other health conditions.
Right.
Similarly, a life-saving drug is only effective if patients can afford it.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's about seeing beyond the science and considering the holistic well-being of the patient.
Exactly. And that requires empathy,
Yeah.
strong communication skills, and a willingness to collaborate with healthcare professionals and patients themselves to ensure that medications are developed and delivered in a way that meets their unique needs.
I imagine those soft skills we talked about earlier, communication, collaboration, social perceptiveness,
Yes.
play a crucial role in ensuring that patient-centric approach.
Absolutely. Being able to listen to and understand the perspectives of patients, doctors, and other stakeholders is paramount in this field.
It's fascinating how interconnected everything is in this industry. The science, the technology, the human element, it all comes together to create something truly impactful.
I couldn't agree more. It's what makes industrial pharmacy such a rewarding and fulfilling career path.
Speaking of rewarding careers,
Okay.
I'd love to circle back to RoleCatcher
Yeah.
and how their platform can help listeners make their mark in this field.
Sure.
We've talked about all the tools,
Yeah.
but are there others?
Absolutely. RoleCatcher offers a wealth of resources,
Okay.
including detailed salary information for different positions and locations,
Okay.
which can be incredibly helpful for anyone trying to assess their earning potential.
That's so important. Knowing the salary range for a particular role can empower you to negotiate a fair wage and understand your worth in the job market.
For sure.
But beyond the practicalities of salary and job searching, What other advice would you give to someone considering a career in industrial pharmacy?
I'd say be prepared to embrace continuous learning.
Okay.
This is a field that's constantly evolving with new discoveries, technologies,
Mhm.
and regulations emerging all the time.
So it's not a career for those who shy away from challenges or get comfortable with the status quo.
Exactly. Embrace the ever-changing landscape.
Right.
Stay curious.
Hmm.
And never stop seeking out opportunities to expand your knowledge and skill set.
Speaking of expanding your knowledge,
Yeah.
what are some resources or avenues that aspiring industrial pharmacists can tap into to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, attending industry conferences is a great way to network with other professionals.
Okay.
Learn about the latest advancements
Right.
and get a feel for the pulse of the industry.
And I imagine staying up to date on scientific journals and industry publications is crucial for keeping your finger on the pulse of research and innovation.
Absolutely. And don't underestimate the power of mentorship.
Oh, yeah.
Connecting with experienced professionals in the field can provide invaluable insights,
Right.
guidance, and support as you navigate your career.
That's something that RoleCatcher can help with as well, right?
Yeah,
Don't they offer resources for connecting with mentors or career advisors?
they do. They have a whole section dedicated to mentorship and networking,
Oh, wow.
connecting you with professionals who can offer guidance and support.
Right.
It's a fantastic resource for anyone looking to build their network and gain insights from those who have walked the path before them.
It's amazing how much thought and effort RoleCatcher has put into creating a platform that truly supports aspiring industrial pharmacists at every stage of their journey.
They've really gone above and beyond. And for anyone listening who's feeling inspired to explore this career path further,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out RoleCatcher's website.
Okay.
You can access a ton of their resources for free.
Oh.
And they even offer a free trial of their premium features.
It's a no-brainer.
Right.
Head over to RoleCatcher.com and start exploring the possibilities that await you in the world of industrial pharmacy. But before you do,
Okay.
let's wrap up this part of our deep dive with some final thoughts on the significance of this career path and the impact it has on the world.
Sounds like a perfect way to round things off.
What comes to mind when you think about the legacy of industrial pharmacy?
For me, it's about the incredible advancements we've seen in medicine and healthcare,
Right?
largely due to the dedication and innovation of industrial pharmacists.
Welcome back to the final part of our industrial pharmacy exploration.
It has been a journey, hasn't it?
It really has.
Yeah.
We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from the intricate science to the even more intricate human side of this career.
It's been quite a journey. We've seen how industrial pharmacists aren't just scientists.
Right.
They're innovators, problem solvers,
Yeah.
and dare I say, a bit of heroes in their own right.
Absolutely. They're the ones working tirelessly behind the scenes to develop those breakthroughs that change and sometimes even save lives.
Exactly.
Right.
And let's not forget their role in tackling global health challenges.
Right.
From developing new antibiotics to combat drug-resistant infections to creating life-saving vaccines that protect entire populations.
It's incredible to think about the ripple effect of their work.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about the big picture,
Okay.
I'd love to bring it back to you, the listener.
Sure.
If you're feeling fired up about this career path,
Right.
what are some tangible steps you can take to make your mark in industrial pharmacy?
Well, first and foremost, I'd say,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, literally.
I
Seek out opportunities to gain practical experience,
Okay.
whether it's volunteering in a research lab,
Right.
shadowing an industrial pharmacist,
Mhm.
or even pursuing internships in the pharmaceutical industry.
Hands-on experience is invaluable, not just for building your skill set, but also for confirming that this is the right path for you.
Exactly.
And while you're gaining that practical experience,
Right.
what about the academic side of things?
Of course. A solid academic foundation is crucial.
Yep.
If you're still in school, focus on excelling in science and math courses.
Right.
And if you're considering a university degree,
Yeah.
we've already mentioned those key fields like
Right.
pharmacy, pharmaceutical sciences, chemistry.
Mhm.
Those are all excellent stepping stones.
And what about those specialized master's or doctoral programs?
Sure.
Are those necessary, or can you build a successful career with a bachelor's degree alone?
It really depends
Yep.
on your long-term career aspirations and the specific area of industrial pharmacy you're most interested in.
Okay.
While a bachelor's degree might be sufficient for some entry-level positions,
Okay.
a master's or PhD can open doors to more specialized roles, leadership opportunities, and research-focused positions.
It sounds like it's all about weighing your options and finding the right educational path that aligns with your career goals and interests.
Precisely.
Hmm.
And remember,
Yeah.
learning doesn't stop at graduation.
Right.
It's a lifelong pursuit, especially in a rapidly evolving field like industrial pharmacy.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Attending conferences,
Yeah.
participating in online courses,
But
joining professional organizations. Those are all fantastic ways to stay ahead of the curve.
For sure. And
Yeah.
don't underestimate the power of networking.
Right.
Connect with professors, researchers, and industry professionals. You never know where those connections might lead.
And that's something the RoleCatcher can help with too, right?
Yeah.
They have resources for connecting with mentors and networking within the industry.
They do. Their platform makes it incredibly easy to connect with experienced professionals who can offer guidance, support, and maybe even open doors to exciting opportunities.
It's like they've created a one-stop shop for anyone serious about launching a career in industrial pharmacy.
They really have. But for those listening who might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this information, what's the one piece of advice you'd leave them with?
Don't be afraid to go for it.
Okay.
If you're passionate about science, driven to make a difference,
and ready to embrace a challenging and rewarding career, then industrial pharmacy might be the perfect fit for you.
I love that. Don't let fear hold you back.
Right.
Dive in headfirst with curiosity and a thirst for knowledge.
Exactly. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all path to success in this field.
Right.
Embrace your unique strengths, seek out mentors who inspire you, and never stop learning and growing.
And with those inspiring words, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of industrial pharmacy.
It's been a pleasure exploring this fascinating career path with you.
We hope you found this journey as enlightening as we have.
We have.
Remember, the pursuit of knowledge doesn't end here.
It doesn't.
Keep asking questions, stay curious, and never stop exploring the possibilities that await you.
Until next time, happy learning.
Thanks for listening.